Hey Scorpio, I'm about to do you guys this reading that's going to go from now until January 14th. My bad, y'all. I just got out the shower. This fucking Arizona heat was beating my ass. And I put a little too much oil on. Anyways, this is going to go for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, as well as North Node. Please take the messages as they resonate. Everything's not going to resonate with you. I do have my window open, and there may be a little bit of noise in the background, especially like a crying baby. Disregard that. Anyways, what am I going to start you guys with? I like doing the lives outside, and I probably will do a lot more in the future, but I am trying to make up for make up for lost time, for all the time I have not been spending on Facebook, going live and just providing messages. Anyways, I think I already said this, but again, this is going to go for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, as well as North Node. Thank you, Most High. Ancestors and spirits that match my intentions for allowing me to get these messages out to Scorpio. Scorpio, your messages are kind of starting off like Aquarius. What do Scorpios need to know for the next 30 days? Alright. So Scorpio, kind of like Aquarius message, you guys' card is starting off with ancestral messages. This card talks about connection, belonging, ancestors, deceased loved ones. This also talks about the dream state and intuition as well. I see that this is going to sound kind of like Capricorn's messages. I should have went live for the collective because there's definitely a lot of collective energy at play right now. But it seems that you guys may have been neglecting your ancestors. If you have not been neglecting your ancestors or your Most High, your God, your Jesus, whatever it is you believe in, you could be neglecting yourself when it comes to trusting and listening to your intuition as well as inner knowing. Like, say if you're someone who is into astrology, you have been neglecting looking at the astrology chart or staying up to date. If you are someone who's like someone who goes to church, you have been neglecting going to church. It's just something here that you have been neglecting. And I see the moment you tend back to it, that's the moment you're going to receive some type of clarity, closure, or an intuitive download on how to move forward. After that, I have opportunity and change. So with these two cards coming out here, it's like if you feel like you're lacking clarity right now, you're not really for sure how to move forward from whatever it is you could be experiencing. I see the moment you tap in, that's when you're going to get the clarity that you're seeking, and that's when you're going to be able to initiate the changes that you want to see. Cliche, kind of like Aquarius and Capricorn's reading I was doing, but hey, collective consciousness is definitely at play here. Alright, what else do Scorpios need to know? Yeah, realignment, redirection. So you guys may have felt like you were going on the wrong path. Maybe you felt like you evolved backwards. This doesn't even have to be recent. This could be in the recent past. Maybe the way you closed out 2025, you had to cut off a lot of people you possibly should have had cut off. You had to, again, redirect your focus when it comes to things that you're overindulging in. You still could be in a process of that. Or if this is smoking, this is drinking, toxic entertainment, procrastination. Something here where it's just like a little bit of self-sabotage. And this self-sabotage could also be the reason why you've been distracted when it comes to tapping into your intuition, the ancestors, the Most High, or whatever it is that you believe in. However, I see over these next 4 weeks, there is a sudden shift that's going to change in the energy. And with this sudden shift, it's like you guys, at one point in time, if you felt like you were trapped or stuck, this could be like trapped inside of a job. I'm hearing roommates. Some of you guys could feel like you're trapped with a roommate or trapped into a lease, trapped into a car note. There's something here where you feel like there's like little to no options. I see that options are getting ready to be available to you here in the near future. Now, I want to go back to like maybe your roommate. This could be a partnership. This could be a family dynamic. This is definitely someone here who showed you their ass. Maybe they already burnt the bridge with you. Whoever it is that felt like they could burn a bridge with you and not need you in the long run, I definitely see these next 30 days, someone's going to be coming back around because they burnt all their bridges. This is a very disloyal person. They may be trying to say you were disloyal. They may have called you a narcissist. They may have called you a whole bunch of things that you weren't. And I see that this person's getting a sudden realization. They did something or they said something that could even be deemed unforgivable. And this is why this person's feeling trapped. So you know what, Scorpio? This is definitely giving the vibes that the tables are turning in someone's life. And someone doesn't like how it feels. Someone may struggle with taking accountability. And they're struggling to accept that they sabotaged their own life. Or they sabotaged a partnership. They sabotaged, again, maybe a roommate situation. Like someone's just coming into the realization it's their fault. Now, this definitely, once again, could even be a partnership or romantic connection. I do have a confirmation here for a false twin flame. So at one point in time, you could have thought this was your soulmate. You guys had a lot in common. This was like a spiritual union. And it could have been, because karmatic partners are also spiritual. We gain a lot of lessons of wisdom from them. But this particular person that I'm talking about is someone who mimicked you. So like, if this is like a heterosexual relationship or same sex, someone wanted to be you. And it's like, they didn't want to be you in terms of like they wanted to look like you. Someone like wanted your confidence. They wanted your spirit. They wanted your work ethic, maybe your talent, your skill. It's just a lot of copycatting energy. And at first you may have thought that this person was just very inspired by you. You thought you were teaching this person. But no, like, they were mimicking you because they genuinely wanted to take something from you. Kind of like a destiny swapping energy here. Now, if this is someone you've already separated from and you're questioning if you made the right decision, I do see yes. There's win-win outcomes here because you cleared up this energy. You removed the blockages that you needed to remove so you could proceed forward. Others of you could still have some type of soul tie or connection going on. And I do see ignoring red flags will cost you later. Now, again, if this is not romantic, because it's not going to resonate the same for everybody. If this is like a platonic situation, if this was like a best friend, again, maybe a roommate, maybe a sibling, whatever the case is, this person with this false twin flame, false soulmate, this person could have acted like they were like a part of your soul tribe. Like, oh, I'm spiritual too, or oh, I be doing this too, or oh, I be doing that too. Whole time they have no fucking clue what you're talking about. They be going home researching it and have like surface-based knowledge, but not in-depth intelligence. Regardless, though, I want to call this energy cloaking. Someone tried to cloak into your energy because they wanted to be you. And once they thought they mastered you or received whatever it is they were trying to obtain from you, that's when they burnt the bridges with you. And now they're coming back. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. They may not be coming back in the month of January. This could be closer to Mercury retrograde in February. Regardless, though, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius is coming out here. Someone is realizing the grass was definitely not greener on the other side. There's definitely a spiritual plot twist that's going on right now. At one point in time, it could look like this person has ticked off and went off to be successful and everything's going into their favor or whatever the case is. Nope. They're getting stopped in their tracks. And as they're getting stopped in their tracks, you are in the process of continuing to become the greatest version of yourself. Scorpio, 2025 could have been very intense for you. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically, just very intense for you. But it's like the seeds that you have planted in 2025, you're going to reap the fruits of your hard labor in 2026. You guys have to detach from something very abusive, something toxic, again, psychological mind games where you're like you're questioning your own sanity or you're questioning your own intuition, your own spirituality. I heard sobriety too. Someone could have been triggering your sobriety. Maybe you were someone who was like 14 months sober and you relapsed because of the psychological or physical abuse. Someone definitely had pulled you into a trauma bond. They could have ghosted you at one point in time and then came back out or came back around and then ghosted you again and came back around. I don't know how to read this energy. I don't know, Scorpio. Take it how it resonates. I'm trying. Regardless, though, I see that you guys aren't dealing with this BS anymore. Again, if you still are, it's not going to be lasting too much more longer. Someone's opportunity from growth has been stripped. And that's why they're realizing the grass is not greener on the other side. They thought that they could harvest your energy like an energy vampire and go off and live a great life. But then they realized the only reason things were going good in their life was because of you. You were their protection. You were their good luck charm. You were their teacher. You were their master. Hence, going back to copying. You thought you were helping this person by pouring into them. Whole time they were trying to mimic and take something from you and bring it to somebody else's garden to give to them. Ooh, this reminds me of someone I dated. I swear to God, and a full-ass man. But it's like the things I was teaching him, he would go back and teach other women like he's just this smart, wise guru. And that's when I really had to learn what triangulation was, because I used to have women I've never in my life met beefing with me and stalking my page. And it's like, how do you even know who I am? How do you even know that I know this guy? And then I realized he was name dropping me in front of these women as well. It is, I'm not even explaining it in its entirety, but it's psychological games. It's triangulation. Again, it's like someone copies you and they want to be you so bad. But at the same time, it's like they love to hate you and hate to love you. It's infatuation, but a toxic version of it. I don't know. Anyways, this person's opportunity for growth has been stripped. They realized, like, oh shit, matter of fact, I actually do need Scorpio. The grass was not greener on the other side. But again, I see you guys are in this healing energy. Don't go back. I don't probably even have to tell you that, though. Let's pull some of these. What else do Scorpios need to know? Ooh. Finding harmony and remembering your worth. This is talking about something was depleting your essence. At one point in time, you were dealing with a lot of you were doing a lot of self-sacrifice. You could have felt like you were experiencing rejection. Again, I seen that someone was ghosting you. This is not going to resonate for everybody. I always got some fucking lint in my hair. I swear to God. This is not going to resonate with everybody. But those who resonate with this, again, this person could come back. They could be love bombing you, maybe asking you for money or asking you for stuff. And then once they get whatever they're trying to get, they disappear or they switch up. They act funny. There's just like you guys internalize this as some type of form of rejection. But now you're finding harmony. Now you're remembering your worth. Now you're realizing it wasn't you. It was them. And then my next card out is collect, analyze information, seek the light of knowledge to illuminate your path. This card always reminds me of Erykah Badu. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. Even though this person came into your life and probably brought a lot of your bad sides out, or brought the worst side of you out. At the same time, that's why I said karmic relations are spiritual unions as well, because there's a lot of wisdom and that you have gained in this situation. Your discernment sharpened in this situation. Your intuition got better. Some of you guys could have turned a little cold, maybe even a little bitter. But at the same time, it's like you would never allow someone to humiliate you like this ever again or hurt you. For the Scorpios that are on the path of separation, again, if you're still involved with someone who continues to ghost you and come back whenever they want, that's on you. I'm reading for the self-improvement ones. Yeah. I can't make this up, y'all. I promise you can't even see through these cards. Someone's going to reach out to you because they need you to chase them. They need you to stroke their ego. And once they get whatever emotional fulfillment they can get from you, they're going to take off running again. Once they copy whatever it is they need to copy from you, they're going to take off running again. You're dealing literally with a master manipulator. And this person could be someone who like weaponizes their emotion. So say if this is a feminine energy. Keep in mind, feminine energy doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. This could be a man that's in feminine energy, or again, a woman who is in feminine energy. But say if this is a feminine energy, this is someone who could like weaponize their emotions, where they like cry a lot, or they go into a rage, or they make you feel bad. It's because they're a master manipulator. They know what they're doing. And at one point in time, Scorpio, you could have had a soft spot for this person. Not anymore. Trust how you feel. Attract and don't chase. Because someone who's really for you, for one, they wouldn't be playing this runner chaser bullshit with you. Two separate cards, y'all. Attract. Don't chase. Trust how you feel right now. Even if the truth hurts, it's so much easier to lie to yourself. I already know. It's so much easier to be in denial. It is. But at the same time, the truth is meant to set you free from this hamster wheel energy that is playing on your mind. Mind games, psychological abuse. I call this psychological abuse. When someone just constantly pours into you like they want some type of longevity with you, and then they ghost you like you mean nothing. And then you're sitting there internalizing it as rejection. Now, this is taking a toll on your self-esteem, your confidence. You're losing focus on your own plans, thoughts, and ideas because you're too busy worried about this person who keeps playing these games with you. Very unpredictable, and unpredictability is unsafe energy. You might see it, some people see it as spontaneous and fun, but no, you are destroying your nervous system. Yeah. So I do see someone has absolutely no respect for you, Scorpio. Where if this is romance, platonic, take it how it resonates. Again, this doesn't have to be romance for some people. Some people, this could be like your siblings. Like you're constantly always giving your sister or brother something. And, you know, they act like, oh, you're the best sibling in the world. And then they disappear once they get what they have. This could be a sibling who's extremely envious and jealous of you. And they mimic your personality because they want to be you. Take it how it resonates. Just, you guys know it's a general messages. But regardless, someone has no respect for you. At one point in time, when you were close to this person could have been putting poison in your head about people who genuinely fuck with you. Like, say if you had like a great auntie that you were super close with, but when this person came in the picture, this person started nitpicking and like, oh, you don't see how she be looking at you? Like she was trying to draw a wedge, or he was trying to draw a wedge between you and your favorite auntie. Or this person tried to isolate you. Vice versa, they could be going behind your back and telling people shit about you, putting poison in people's head about who you are. Like, oh, don't trust them. I was in a relationship with them. They're like this. They're like that. They're just very conniving. I see that some of you guys need to change your entertainment or just be mindful what you're overindulging in when it comes to your entertainment. I see a lot of you guys need to slow down right now. Do not move off an impulse. Control your reaction and your response. Some of you guys need to get out in nature. It's so crazy. I started this reading saying that I want to start doing my lives in a park. The energy just feels so much better. But anyway, some of you guys need to get out in nature. Some of you guys need to take your time to heal, because a situation could have felt like it brought you down to rock bottom. Or if this is financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or psychologically, there's some type of rock bottom here. There's some type of energy where you guys at one point in time could have felt like you were drowning in your emotions, drowning in finances and poverty. There's just something here where it's just really set you back. And you guys may be in this energy like, okay, new year, new you. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to get this done. I need to get that done. Like, you know, your energy's reviving. So it's like you're impulsively trying to pour into all these gardens, but the ancestors are telling you to slow down because there's something cooking for you behind the scenes that you don't even know about. And when it comes in, it's going to come in at the perfect time and be exactly what you need as well as want. So try not to rush some type of process when it comes to your comeback. Yeah, there's a period of sadness here. This is grief. This is heartbreak. This is family drama. This is, again, this is coworker drama. This is friend group drama. There's definitely some drama here. And going back to this period of sadness, this is why the ancestors are telling you to slow down. Make sure you're not trying to create foundations out of spite. Like, oh, I'm going to show them. Which sometimes that could be a really good form of motivation, but at the same time, no. Because you don't want to build your foundation on spite. Grieve. If you're sad, cry. If you're angry, punch a pillow. Do something in a healthy way, though. Don't be out here self-destructed because you're sad and drinking yourself to death and hopping from one bed to another bed or whatever the case is. But it's going to be important. You guys try to feel your emotion right now. Now, for some of you guys, something has yet to happen. And again, this goes back to family drama, friends group, coworkers, something here where if something was going on behind your back and once it gets exposed, it's going to make you more sad than anything. But I see that you guys could have already had some form of an inner knowing something was going on behind your back. You just lack the proof, the clarity, or the evidence. But as we get closer to February, which I do believe the first 2 weeks of February will be the start of shadow effects or retrograde all over again. But I feel like towards the end of January, beginning of February, something's going to become louder. Your intuition is going to become louder. These last couple of nights, you guys could have been having some crazy dreams. Or you will be having some crazy dreams. Pay attention to how you feel. Because something's definitely going on that you are kind of aware of, have an inkling about, but you don't have the full story or the clarity or proof yet. Regardless, though, I see the ancestors are telling you not to worry too much. Everything's literally going to be working out fine for you, Scorpio. It really is. It's just like there's a few wolves in sheep's clothing that had to leave your energy. A few harsh realizations you had to experience. As you guys are coming into your authenticity, as you guys are starting to become more realer with yourself, realer with how you feel, real with the life you want to create, you're also intimidating other people. The more healthier you become, the more successful you become, the more this hate and this envy is going to get louder. And that just comes with the territory. Now, if you felt like, kind of like how I started off the reading, you guys feel like you've evolved backwards, you haven't been on your path, you, Maybe we're doing shit you know you wasn't supposed to be doing towards the end of 2025. Whatever the case is, you have the grace of God here, grace of the Most High. Through your mistakes, you're still receiving blessings. So make sure you're not holding on to your mistakes too much. Make sure you're not in no self-punishment energy. Embrace. Because everything's going to work out fine for you. Even if you evolve backwards and you slept with that person you know ain't shit. It's okay. You are human. We aren't meant to be perfect. We are meant to be human. And humans fuck up. But it's just making sure it's not the mistake that we get judged by. It's how we bounce back from the mistake. That's how we get wisdom. I butchered that. That was supposed to come out way more smoother. More of what I'm trying to say is, through your mistakes, that's how you gain more wisdom. And I feel like if you guys are holding something over your head, like, damn, if I would have never did this, if I would have never did that. I'm hearing finances. Some of you guys could have spent a little too much money and now you're late on your rent, or you don't got your full rent, or you should have saved this for that. And now you're like, oh, damn, I should have did this. It's okay. Because all your needs are still going to be met. Now, it doesn't mean that you take this okay for granted and you continue to fuck up, because a mistake and a choice is two different things. Sometimes when you make mistakes because you're impulsive, because you don't know better, because you're grieving, you're hurt, we got grace for that. But when you're actively making mistakes, like, it's okay, I'm going to get it back. Well, I don't know. I got that fucked up ass mindset. I'm a business owner though. But when you're actively doing something that's self-sabotaging and you have done it 100 times before and you still haven't learned, understand eventually that grace is going to run out. So again, don't take this grace for granted. But you do have the grace of God on your side. Anyways, someone's doing some spell work here. Ooh, all low vibrational cards. I have the Devil's Distraction. I have Voodoo spell work. Then I have fallen ill, illness, or sickness. Something could be backfiring on someone. And so you're going to see it. Someone was doing some type of magic, spell work, sending spiritual attacks. This is returning to sender. And they're going to fall very, very ill. Some of you guys, and you might even hear about a car accident during the first 2 weeks of retrograde. Right now, be mindful of oversharing your private information. Because, again, people wouldn't know what to attack if you didn't talk about it. Your enemies wouldn't know your business if you didn't tell your best friend. It's a cold fucking road, man, but you got to believe it. You should not trust nobody more than you trust yourself. And like I say, there's a saying where it's like, oh, it's always the people closest to you. But yeah, it's because no one should never be that close to you. No one should never know every little detail about your life, all your plans, your money. No, have a little bit of mystery and privacy. They tell us to have that while we're dating, but no, you need to have that with friends, your family members, everyone. Because the moment you start to let people get too fucking close to you, then you start to hear it's always the people close to you. No one should know everything about you, man. Save yourself. They chose their life. So I'm seeing, I don't know if this is like a very close friend group. Again, the co-workers, your favorite cousins, your siblings, but we all have our own unique individual journey with our all unique individual karma. And these people, whoever these people or this particular person is, they chose the life they want to live. They chose the path that they're on. They chose to be a certain way towards you, and now they have to reap what they sow. I see you guys, by you guys procrastinating, this could be intensifying the very reason why you needed to leave. Because I see that something's going to hurt a lot worse versus you going ahead and listening to your intuition right now. I see there's like a lot of sexual energy here, a lot of lust-based energy going along with some rumor and some gossip. I don't know. Someone could be on a DL. And there's like rumors and gossip about that as well. I don't know. But I do see recharged energies here. Someone's getting ready to clear their mind or letting go of something that no longer serves them. All right, yeah. I was going to try to do 3 more lives, but my eyes are burning. They really are. And this is only my 4th live today. But I guess I have been trying to go a little crazy. Not go a little crazy, but make up for lost time. All right, let me dive into some finances. And then I'm going to try to do 1 more reading. Shit, 2 more. If I could get 6 done, that would be dope. 6 in 1 day. But, all right, what else do Scorpios need to know? Influencer. You have just the right combination of qualities to connect with an audience, inspire change, and create a positive impact. Some of you guys may want to be a social media influencer. Some of you guys could be on TikTok. If this is not just social media, this could be in the public as well. Public speaking, mentoring, life coaching, and things like that. Yeah. Others of you, I do see that you guys are into beauty, cosmetics, nail, hair care, vendoring, something in the feminine apparel. There's some unfinished business here. Either you guys have been thinking about investing in a class, getting something solidified, certified, investing in merchandise, promoting yourself. Something here that you may have had the idea, but you haven't acted on it. I definitely see throughout the rest of January, it would be in your best interest if you go ahead and tend to this unfinished business. Others of you, I do see this overspending here as well. Be mindful of overspending. But like I already kind of said, if you're worried about a financial deadline, or if you're worried about some form of sabotage, all your needs are going to be met. But remember, never take for granted the grace of God. Never take for granted grace. You guys got grace. I see that entrepreneur, successful business, generational wealth all came out. So you guys are meant to be very successful in this lifetime. Some of you guys could be singers, rappers, writers, reporters, DJs, something about poetry, painting, something in the creative arts that you guys do. Others of you, I see there's like some hard work, hard labor job, warehouse job, something like that. I don't know. They're telling you it's time to switch jobs if you don't want to be in that energy no more. Someone's working hard and getting underpaid. You have the ancestors okay to go ahead and move around to somewhere that's going to pay you your worth. Nonetheless, I do see when it comes to your businesses, you major financial increase. You'll be paying all your bills with your business one day, going back to generational wealth, going back to the successful business, entrepreneurship if you want to be an entrepreneur, and all your needs being met. Super positive. I don't know, y'all. Y'all might be my last live because I'm starting to get a headache. Maybe it's this light that actually feels a lot better. Oh, shit. We're going to redo that because I'm not about to get up. Flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver into the coming changes while it's extreme. Let me stop trying to read so fast. Flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver through these coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. I heard downgrade for the upgrade. The future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. And one more card, y'all. Unfolding. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you're learning more. Continue to keep expanding. Positive cards, man. And bottom of the deck, moving up. You're increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office. You climb the ladder of success. Excuse me. If you guys don't know, bottom of the deck always means the outcome of a situation. So the outcome of your financial situation is elevation. So understand that things are happening for you and not to you. It's for your betterment. All right. Conclude the overall message, ancestors. It's time for you to lighten your load. And for some reason, I'm being triggered to pull this card back out. Save yourself. Lighten your load. Redefine your loyalty and start being more loyal to yourself. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. Bottom of the deck, inspiration. You're a walking testimony, Scorpio. Let's put some of these and I'm about to end it. Healing energy. You guys are in the process of healing. Signs and reminders. Pay attention to the synchronizing numbers. I put out ancestors and deceased loved ones earlier, so make sure you're connecting with them. Tending to your spiritual and religious practices and continue to stay consistent on the journey. But until next time, Scorpio, please like, follow, or comment, and peace.